I've got thousands of standard roses, icebergs and colours, and they're only $21.99 because they're bare rooted. That's right, they're fresh from the field. Last week they were growing in the fields in Adelaide. They've been dug up, the dirt's been shaken off, and they've been shipped over here, and they're being sold for a fraction of the price of the potted ones. Down at your local big hardware stores, the potted ones are $62, but here they're $21.99. So $21.99 for bare rooted standard roses. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. People often ask me if I get upset if they buy plants or book garden designs at other nurseries. And my answer is absolutely not. You're free to go to whatever nursery you want. Just kidding. We've got thousands of plants and a good garden design centre, so you better come to Hello Hello. Having things crack, that's a pretty bad thing, but maybe it's not. Check this out. What we've got here is cracked pots, and they've all got a bit of a crack in them, but they're still okay. You can still use them, and we've got hundreds of them, and we're clearing the whole lot out. $9.99 each, in store only. Cracked pots. When it comes to bare rooting, I like it long and hard. And here it is, weeping cherries, 1.8 metres long with beautiful hard trunks. This is what you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for weeping cherries to get bare rooted, because in the summer, a big weeping cherry like this is $200 or $300 in a big pot. But right now, bare rooted, they're only $99. You can choose white ones, pink ones, falling snow, your favourite weeping cherries. We've got hundreds of them here, so come here, choose yourself some beautiful weeping cherries and get bare rooted, long and hard. Bare rooted weeping cherries on now, $99. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
We are looking for azaleas, and if we might find some bargain while we're here, hopefully.
Today I'm looking for some bougainvilleas of different colours, so I'm going to get one of them and then maybe look at some large pots.
We think it's good for us. We like they look like healthy plants and everything looks good here, so yeah.
Well, as soon as I walked in, I realised it is huge and it's a lot bigger than I remember, or what it looks like from the front. And I think that's good that you can just get lost in the pathways. It just provides the most natural experience, I think.
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
I just wanna get your attention, babe. Been looking at that backyard every day. Got a plan that'll make the whole street stare, but only if you're brave enough to go there. No need to call, no need to wait too long. Just send a message and we'll come along. We'll bring the trees, the flowers in the sky. Turn that empty space into your paradise.
I do. And not only that, I can do an economical, original, beautiful garden design. In fact, you should check out our $299 garden design package, where you get $300 worth of plants, a $100 feature tree, and a 45-minute garden design consultation, which will set you up with a beautiful garden. So book now.
All I wanna hear is you say Chris is here for me. Chris is here.
At Hello Hello, we've got 200,000 plants in stock, over 15,000 different types and sizes of plants available, so a person can come here and get lost and not even find what they want. But if you come up to the counter, you can get hold of this map here, and with this map you can find everything here in the nursery. So don't get lost at Hello Hello, enjoy yourself, find what you want, and grab this map at the counter on your way in. What we've got here are bare-rooted trees, and there's all sorts of bare-rooted roses, fruit trees, all sorts of box, all sorts of things that we sell during the winter time, and it's a time when you can get your plants economically and it's easy to transport them. And hello, we have our own special way of wrapping them up. And what we do is we spread out a bit of plastic like this. You put out a nice little bit of potting mix like that. We use moist potting mix, and that potting mix you can use when you plant. You can just tip that into the hole. Some people use sawdust, but I like to use potting mix because it's kinder to the roots, and also it's something that people can use afterwards to help plant their plant. You need a little bit of water, a little splash of water. The trick to doing this is we want to keep the roots moist, and if you do it properly, they'll last in this wrap for a month or two. If you wrap them up tightly instead of putting them in a bag, you could keep the roots moist for a long time. So that's what I do. I do it nice and tight like that. And what's interesting about this, here you've got 4 6-foot birches. They're going to be very easy for the client to take home. You'll be able to fit these into a sedan car. In this wrap, they'll be right for a couple of weeks. And I'm just going to just keep it nice and secure. Let's put one more tie down here. Now that's got plenty of moist soil compacted around it, and put that in a cool shady spot. It'll be right for weeks and weeks and weeks before you have to plant it. And that's how we send out all of our bare-rooted plants at Hello Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Why are you hunting down a heavy trolley, loading it up, pushing it all the way out to your car and lifting it out again just to pay $15 or $18 a bag? That's the old way. Forget the old way. Get the best premium potting mix in the cheapest bag straight in the boot of your car.
3 bags, please.
Of course.
That's easy. 3 bags straight in the boot. Our top quality premium potting mix has millions of dollars invested in the infrastructure and technology. Great for your garden. That's easy. Off you go. Too many plants means too much mix. See you at Hello Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Meet the Hello Hello cat. This cat here is called Katerina, and she just wandered in one day and became the nursery cat. Do you want to fill your garden with colour in the winter? Well, here it is. This is Mexican sage, a beautiful little evergreen shrub that starts flowering in the autumn and then flowers right on through late autumn, right through the winter and into early spring. So for that difficult time of the year, this is the easy plant to grow that can just fill your garden with colour. Plant it as a border, put it behind your English box hedge. Really, really lovely plant to have, easy to grow and very, very fast to establish. Plant some small plants now and you'll have a beautiful flowering bush like this by next autumn. Mexican sage, easy, fast and great for that winter colour. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Hi Bobby.
How you going?
This is Bobby and he's a regular at Hello Hello. Comes down there. How come you come down here regularly?
Just because they're good product in plants and they're a lot better price than Bunnings or anywhere else.
Yeah, right. And you come down all the way from Kilmore, so you must reckon it's pretty damn good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And today you bought these lily pillies.
Yes.
And they went out for $21.99. What do you think of those for that sort of price?
Awesome. You're on half price, so yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
No, you can't go wrong. So thanks for coming down.
No
Thanks,
dramas,
Bobby.
Chris. Thank you.
I've got thousands of standard roses, icebergs and colours, and they're only $21.99 because they're bare rooted. That's right, they're fresh from the field. Last week they were growing in the fields in Adelaide. They've been dug up, the dirt's been shaken off, and they've been shipped over here, and they're being sold for a fraction of the price of the potted ones. Down at your local big hardware stores, the potted ones are $62, but here they're $21.99. So $21.99 for bare rooted standard roses. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. People often ask me if I get upset if they buy plants or book garden designs at other nurseries. And my answer is absolutely not. You're free to go to whatever nursery you want. Just kidding. We've got thousands of plants and a good garden design centre, so you better come to Hello Hello. Having things crack, that's a pretty bad thing, but maybe it's not. Check this out. What we've got here is cracked pots, and they've all got a bit of a crack in them, but they're still okay. You can still use them, and we've got hundreds of them, and we're clearing the whole lot out. $9.99 each, in store only. Cracked pots. When it comes to bear rooting, I like it long and hard. And here it is, weeping cherries, 1.8 meters long with beautiful hard trunks. This is what you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for weeping cherries to get bare rooted, because in the summer, a big weeping cherry like this is $200 or $300 in a big pot. But right now, bare rooted, they're only $99. You can choose white ones, pink ones, falling snow, your favourite weeping cherries. We've got hundreds of them here, so come here, choose yourself some beautiful weeping cherries and get bare rooted, long and hard. Bare rooted weeping cherries on now, $99. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
We are looking for azaleas, and if we might find some bargain while we're here, hopefully.
Today I'm looking for some bougainvilleas of different colours, so I'm going to get one of them and then maybe look at some large pots.
We think it's good for us. We like have good. They look like healthy plants, and everything looks good here. So yeah.
Well, as soon as I walked in, I realised it is huge, and it's a lot bigger than I remember what it looks like from the front. And I think that's good that you can just get lost in the pathways. It just provides the most natural experience, I think.
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
I just wanna get your attention, babe. Been looking at that backyard every day. Got a plan that'll make the whole street stare, but only if you're brave enough to go there. No need to call, no need to wait too long. Just send a message and we'll come along. We'll bring the trees, the flowers in the sky. Turn that empty space into your paradise.
I do. And not only that, I can do an economical, original, beautiful garden design. In fact, you should check out our $299 garden design package, where you get $300 worth of plants, a $100 feature tree, and a 45-minute garden design consultation, which will set you up with a beautiful garden. So book now.
All I wanna hear is you say Chris is here, here for me. Chris is here.
At Hello, we've got 200,000 plants in stock, over 15,000 different types and sizes of plants available, so a person can come here and get lost and not even find what they want. But if you come up to the counter, you can get hold of this map here, and with this map you can find everything here in the nursery. So don't get lost at Hello, enjoy yourself, find what you want, and grab this map at the counter on your way in. What we've got here are bare-rooted trees, and there's all sorts of bare-rooted roses, fruit trees, all sorts of box, all sorts of things that we sell during the winter time, and it's a time when you can get your plants economically and it's easy to transport them. And at Hello, we have our own special way of wrapping them up. And what we do is we spread out a bit of plastic like this. You put out a nice little bit of potting mix like that. We use moist potting mix, and that potting mix you can use when you plant. You can just tip that into the hole. Some people use sawdust, but I like to use potting mix because it's kinder to the roots, and also it's something that people can use afterwards to help plant their plant. You need a little bit of water, a little splash of water. The trick to doing this is we want to keep the roots moist, and if you do it properly, they'll last in this wrap for a month or two. If you wrap them up tightly instead of putting them in a bag, that you could keep the roots moist for a long time. So that's what I do. I do it nice and tight like that. And what's interesting about this, here you've got 4 6-foot birches. They're going to be very easy for the client to take home. You'll be able to fit these into a sedan car. In this wrap, they'll be right for a couple of weeks. And I'm just going to just keep it nice and secure. Let's put one more tie down here. Now that's got plenty of moist soil compacted around it, and put that in a cool shady spot. It'll be right for weeks and weeks and weeks before you have to plant it. And that's how we send out all of our bare rooted plants at Hello Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Why are you hunting down a heavy trolley, loading it up, pushing it all the way out to your car and lifting it out again just to pay $15 or $18 a bag? That's the old way. Forget the old way. Get the best premium potting mix in the cheapest bag straight in the boot of your car.
3 bags, please.
Of course.
That's easy. 3 bags straight in the boot. Our top quality premium potting mix has millions of dollars invested in the infrastructure and technology. Great for your garden. That's easy. Off you go. Too many plants means too much mix. See you at Hello Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Meet the Hello Hello cat. This cat here is called Katerina, and she just wandered in one day and became the nursery cat. Do you want to fill your garden with colour in the winter? Well, here it is. This is Mexican sage, a beautiful little evergreen shrub that starts flowering in the autumn and then flowers right on through late autumn, right through the winter and into early spring. So for that difficult time of the year, this is the easy plant to grow that can just fill your garden with colour. Plant it as a border, put it behind your English box hedge. Really, really lovely plant to have, easy to grow and very, very fast to establish. Plant some small plants now and you'll have a beautiful flowering bush like this by next autumn. Mexican sage, easy, fast and great for that winter colour. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Hi Bobby.
How you going?
This is Bobby and he's a regular at Hello Hello. Comes down there. How come you come down here regularly?
Just because they're good product in plants and they're a lot better price than Bunnings or anywhere else.
Yeah, right. And you come down all the way from Kilmore, so you must reckon it's pretty damn good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And today you bought these lily pillies.
Yes.
And they went out for $21.99. What do you think of those for that sort of price?
Awesome. You're on half price, so yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
No, you can't go wrong. So thanks for coming down.
No
Thanks,
dramas,
Bobby.
Chris. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our Too Many Plants sale. And it's on today. What we've got is we've been out to the growers. We've got 100 fabulous specials. And I'm going to run you through all those specials. Really amazing specials for this time of year. And not only that, we'll be doing an auction today. And what's going to be auctioned is this beautiful big magnolia here. I wonder if you can see that on screen, this big magnolia. So it's a big advanced magnolia. It's a $699 magnolia and it's going under the hammer, and the reserve on this is just 10 cents. So who knows what it's going to go for. It could go for 300 bucks, maybe 350, maybe 250, maybe 150, maybe only 50 bucks, who knows. So it's going under, and once we get our first bid now, but the auction starts in about 15 or 20 minutes. You get an auction started in 15 or 20 minutes. And then once that auction goes, once we get our first bid for 20 cents, it means it's on the market. So at 10 cent reserve, that means a bidder, anything over 10 cents is bidded, this thing goes on the market. So you bid 20 cents, this is on the market. It's no longer belongs to Hello Hello, but it belongs to the public. And then somebody's going to get it, and they're going to get a magnolia really, really cheap. And that's going to be, Emlyn, what time do? Right, so in 10 minutes this auction goes live. You can bid on, and you bid online. You can't bid in store, you can't bid over the phone, but you bid online. Yeah. Emlyn will explain how it works.
I've put your roses just there. That's all right. Yeah, no worries.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's dressed up just for you today. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so she'll get them wrapped up for you. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let's get started on our auction.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
let's go.
Let's play. Yep.
Now, lots of people that really in look at the moment is the foxtail fern. The foxtail fern, beautiful big fronds, and this is the fern that you can grow in the sun, the fern that you can grow almost anywhere. Now, a lot of people have been looking all over Melbourne and they can't find foxtail ferns, and I couldn't find them anywhere in Victoria, but I found them in Queensland, and we've imported them down from Queensland, and when no other nursery in Melbourne's got foxtail ferns, we've got foxtail ferns, and instead of selling them for $49.99, and they're good sized ones, they grow good up in Queensland, instead of selling them for $49.99, they're $34.99. So foxtail ferns, put them in a hanging basket, put them in a pot, pop them in the garden, do a modern style garden. You can grow them in the sun, you can grow them in the shade, you can do what you like. Foxtail ferns, $34.99.
All right, welcome to our Tutu Many Plants live sale event. And to bid on the tree that Chris showed you, we'll show you how to do that shortly once the auction opens in about 5 minutes.
Now here we've got Daphne Eternal Fragrance. Now your Daphne Eternal Fragrance, it's a beautiful fragrant Daphne. It grows out, it'll grow out in the full sun. It flowers for much longer. The normal common winter Daphne only flowers for a couple of weeks. This flowers for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's a hardy evergreen plant, much tougher than your normal Daphne. And your Eternal Fragrance in a 10-inch pot is just $69.99. So get yourself a nice big bushy Eternal Fragrance for $69.99. Daphne Eternal Fragrance, $69.99. Tougher, long flowering and fragrant. Now, if you're out in the country somewhere and you're in frosty sort of country and you want a beautiful cottage country kind of a hedge, this is it. It's Escallonia ivei, and it flowers for 5 or 6 months of the year. It sort of flowers in waves, has beautiful dark green glossy foliage, and it's tough. It takes the frost, it'll take the heat, it'll take the drought, it'll take poor soil. So for a really hardy evergreen hedge, and these are good sized plants, they're 8-inch plants, and Escallonia ivei is just 16, in an 8-inch pot is just $16.99. So $16.99 for Escallonia ivei. And that's your Escallonia ivei, beautiful white flowers, and for months and months and months of the year. Now we've got our Escallonia pink owl. So Escallonia pink owl, beautiful sort of soft dusty pink flowers for months and months of the year. A beautiful medium-sized hedge. It's not a great big plant, but it's a beautiful medium-sized hedge. Has the truck come in, has it? Has the truck come in? Yes. Yeah, cool. Okay. That's great. So Escallonia pink owl, beautiful pink flowers for 5-6 months of the year. Lovely, hardy, vigorous evergreen. Beautiful plant to have. We've got pink owl up here. Let's have a look. There's your pink owl there. Look at your pink owl there. Look at that gorgeous flowers. Really, really lovely plant. And a lot of stores are charging over $20 just for a 6-inch pot. These are nice big bushy 8-inch pots, and the pink owl is just $26.99. So a beautiful big bushy 8-inch pot for not much more than you pay most places for the 6-inch pot.
All right.
Now here's a beautiful hydrangea. I'm going to give you a look at it. It's called Runaway Bride. So there it is there, Runaway Bride. And it's a beautiful white, as you might imagine. It has lovely fine foliage. It's a lovely bushy plant. Doesn't grow too big. And look at this beautiful, can you see that? Yeah, look at this beautiful label here. And this is a wonderful, ultra exotic, and great big plants like this. By Christmas, this is going to be covered in beautiful white flowers by Christmas. And so your Runaway Bride, 13-inch pot, reduced from $129.99 to $99.99, and this is going to be covered in flowers this spring. So for an incredible show in your garden this spring, go for the Runaway Bride. $99.99.
Right, on the Hello Hello Plants, Tutu Many Plants sale.
Now, here's the most sought after hider range, and what's good about this is that these have got, these are they don't look very leafy or very flowery at the moment, but by summertime this will be covered in beautiful big white flowers, and these are reduced from $129.99 to $69. Am I seeing right? 69. Gee, that's amazing. I didn't think they're reduced down to $69.99. These are lovely big. The most sought after hider range on the market at the moment, Sunday Phrase, 10-inch pot, beautiful big plant, $69.99. These will give you a magnificent, buy them now. What you'll find when the new ones come out in spring, they won't be very big and they won't be, but these will be up and flowering in late spring. So Sunday Phrase, $69.99.
All right, and you can head over to our website, hellohelloplants.com.au, and you can purchase any of these products right now. They are on sale.
Now, I just sold some of these just before to another customer.
They look good.
Yeah, and this is, and like I'm picking this up, I'm getting beautiful fragrance. So beautiful fragrance, and this is called Javelin Fort. So Javelin Fort, beautiful fragrance. Now these start flowering now, and they'll flower right through to Christmas time. So very, very long flowering. A deep purple flower, lovely sort of blue-grey foliage, and a compact, low-growing lavender. Really, really good lavender. Compact and low-growing Javelin Fort, deep purple, $7.99. So $7.99. These are, and then we've got 8-inch pots for $16.99. So $16.99 for the 8-inch pot Javelin Fort. So there we are.
And Keyboard Warrior says, lovely afternoon to you. I love the tutu.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Keyboard Warrior. I love the tutu too. I feel free.
I like the username Keyboard Warrior.
Yeah. So now here we've got, this is really one of the top landscape plants around in the market at the moment. This is your Nandina Moonbay. Now your Nandina Moonbay, everybody knows your red Nandinas, and your red Nandinas, people are a bit bored with the red Nandinas. This has the nice deep green at the moment, and then in spring it's going to be covered in lovely, soft lemon lime kind of light sort of lemon lime foliage, and your Nandina lemon lime, normally $32.99, now $29.99, and these are big bushes. Look at that. So if you want, maybe dressing up the garden, you want it look good straight away. These $29.99 is a nice big bushy evergreen. Perhaps you're putting a house on the market, a nice big bushy evergreen that's going to look good straight away for $29.99.
And Dwight says, damn, I've been gardening wrong.
Who said that?
Dwight.
Right.
Dwight says, damn, I've been gardening wrong all these years.
Well, get your gardening right. Get down to hello. And,
no, I think he's referring to you wearing the pink tutu.
Oh, right, okay.
And then because he followed up, they followed up, I'll be worried about getting stains on my dress.
That's right.
Thanks for the comments and the likes, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
So anyway, you're probably looking at these specials. Now, you might be living down in Leongatha or Currumborough or maybe up in Seymour. And so if you're out in the country somewhere, or maybe in Pakenham, maybe in one of the Melbourne's outer suburbs, and you think, how can I get this stuff? Well, it's easy. If you spend $399, there's going to be a van come round to your house, free delivery. You can get, if you spend $399, you get free delivery. And the thing about the van, it looks fantastic. It's a green van, and there's a photo of me on the side looking gorgeous in my pink tutu. So you know that you get it from the right place, and everyone will know that you're shopping with hello. But $399, and we cover most of Victoria. When you spend $399, a free delivery over most of Victoria.
Yeah.
And
you can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au right now and do your shopping.
That's right. Moe, Morwell, Ballarat, Bendigo, right down to the Surf Coast, all over the place. Free delivery when you spend $399. But it's not just that. They've got those. Just show that there's some Peace Babies just coming. Say you spend $100. Say you spend $100. Here we are here. Say you spend $100, what I've got is I've got a wonderful little giveaway for you, and what you get.
Crepe myrtle, is it?
Look at this crepe myrtle here. This is
Cool.
a white flowering crepe myrtle called a Natchez. These are really, really classy. Or you've got this Peace Baby here. This is a Tipicina with big white flowers, amazing big white flowers. Have a look at these. Have a look at that beautiful label there. It's called Peace Baby. So Peace Baby, look at that there. Or you've got your white flowering Natchez crepe myrtle, and something like this you'd normally be paying $40-50. This is for free when you spend $100. So get into it. Like you spend $399. You can do a lovely little garden project, get free delivery, and you get wonderful bonus plants. In fact, if you spent $400, what would you get bonus for $400?
$400? Yep, good question. Caught me off guard there. Let's see. I got to go across to. Here we go. Thank you. All right. So if you spend, what is it? No, if you spend $500.
Say you spend $500.
Yeah. So you get your choice of one of these plants valued at $149.99, which is a white or pink weeping cherry, 13-inch pot.
White or pink weeping cherry
for
in a 13-inch pot,
absolutely free.
$150. So you spend $500, and we chuck in one of these weeping cherries here. Look at this weeping cherry here. It's a $150 weeping cherry,
it's
absolutely free
Absolute
for that
beauty.
person that spends. Let's see if we can get that over here. Look at this here. $150 weeping cherry. Look at that weeping cherry there. And this is a white one, but you can have white or pink when you spend $500. So get on the blower now and get your order in there.
Get on the blower, pick up that blower.
Say you spend $1,000. Let's show them the big weeping
Well, if you
cherry.
spend $1,000, you get a plant valued at $400 for free. So you got your choice of a forest pansy cercis or an alba weeping cherry.
So a beautiful
20-inch.
forest pansy. Or look at this advanced weeping cherry here. Look at this one here.
It's pretty good.
So it's amazing. So $1,000.
Massive
Say you
trunk.
come in there, you spend $1,000. You do your front garden or your back garden. We spend $1,000 to your front or your back garden, and you get an amazing. I mean, you go down to your local nursery, you wouldn't even see a cherry like this. We get these ones specially grown. It's an advanced weeping cherry valued at $400. You get it for free.
That's right.
Absolutely free. Or you can get a beautiful purple leaf forest pansy. Yeah.
So we've got freebies at different spend tiers, but you can get a freebie when you spend as little as $1. Come into Hello Hello Plants, get your garden on the cheap and get it looking really good with real quality trees and plants that we have here in store, and also as part of our Too Many Plants sale.
There's lots of great reasons to come down to Hello Hello. Like the school holidays are on, so what we're doing is we've got thousands of beautiful little strawberry plants, and if you're a kid, if you're under 12 years of age, you just need to bring in 99 cents and you can get yourself a beautiful little, or bring in a couple of dollars and get yourself a couple of strawberry plants. So strawberry plants, 99 cents for under 12-year-olds.
That's right. Yep, Too Many Plants sale. Come in the school holidays and bring in $1 coin and get a free strawberry plant for children 12 years and under.
Yeah. We want kids to start growing their own, and these are a professional crop. These are the strawberries that the professionals grow their professional crops with, and they could be fruiting heavily in your garden by mid-spring.
That's awesome, and they fruit. If you do it properly, they fruit heaps. Like you get lots of fruit on them. There's a few people in the comment section a bit concerned about why you're wearing the pink tutu. Maybe you want to explain. Or is there any reason for?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, there's the legs. Let's show you the legs. Look at the legs. Look at that. Look
That's
at that
the
leg
actual
there.
reason.
That's fabulous. I was born with fabulous legs. Look at that. We'll do a close up of those fabulous legs.
There's nothing weird about it at all, isn't there?
No, not really. So, say you're born with fabulous legs, and you have to sell plants. That's what you just wear a pink tutu and it shows off those fabulous legs.
Hey, my GR Turbo says my wife said I act like a 12-year-old. Does that count? For the 99 cents.
Yeah, well,
strawberry.
You come in here acting like a 12-year-old, we'll think you're a 12-year-old and you can get yourself a 99-cent strawberry.
Alias asks, any recommendations on what plants I can grow? It has morning sunlight, but then cold and shady.
Do you know our Peace Baby that we've got for free? They love a sort of a low sun, you know. I remember I was brought up in a garden where we had just a spot just like that. We didn't have the Peace Baby, we had a purple Tipicina, but they love that spot where just a bit of morning sun and then it's shade for the rest of the day. They just that Peace Baby, and you can get a Peace Baby for free, beautiful big Peace Baby for free when you spend $100 this weekend.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
wow, there you go.
Yeah. So
I
there
didn't
we
even
are.
know that. Oh, it's a new
That'd be
special.
perfect. But other things that do well there is like your Japanese anemone, gorgeous plant.
true.
Would love it.
Yeah.
Your Japanese anemone would adore that spot. But if you pop in here and saw me this weekend, I could show you a dozen things that would do beautifully in that spot.
Beautiful. All right, come on in. And the Lorax says, how do we bid for the tree?
I think you should tell them because I
don't know
mean
if
this
it's
is a hell of a
live
deal.
yet.
Let's have a look at this tree here. It's oh, look at this magnolia here.
Starts
Look at this
in a couple
magnolia
of
here.
minutes.
This is no ordinary magnolia. This is the teddy bear magnolia, the most sought after magnolia in the world. The most sought after magnolia, the teddy bear magnolia. Love the teddy bear magnolia. So this is, and teddy bear magnolias, they're rare, they're expensive, they're hard to get. And this beautiful one here, if you came in store to buy one like this, it's $699. But I'm putting it up for auction with a reserve of just 10 cents. This could be going off. What time does it go off?
It's meant to be, the auction's meant to begin now. We're just having a bit of trouble with the website as there's people eagerly trying to get to it. Oh, okay, now it's live. There we go. Auction's live. Just as I was saying that. How good's that?
Yeah,
You liking the music? What is this? Is this Echo Beach, is it?
yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it's one of those. It's that type of song,
Yeah.
I think.
So
Anyways,
anyway,
the auction's live.
Yeah, and
10
so
cents.
explain how a person. We've had no bids.
No bids. It's
It still belongs to Hello Hello.
still belongs to Hello Hello.
All
but
someone's got to do is bid 20 cents, and it's on the market.
Yeah, so if you want to know how to bid, and more importantly, just go to hellohellplants.com.au and then just click on this little, or join Chris live, I think. Oh, maybe not. Hang on, let me just check. No, that's not it. Go on this little live. You can join us live over there, but go on this little live tab. It's yellow. It probably should say auction or something. And then when we get there, you scroll down and you can see no one's taken a bid. Just enter your name, phone number, email, and the amount you want to bid. You could have this for as little as 20 cents right now. Right now, it could be yours for 20 cents. And as soon as it goes to 20 cents, it's on the market, sorry.
Explain to them about the machine gun bidding.
Well, once you've entered your details in, they're saved onto this page, and then you can just keep entering your bid amounts to top up and become the highest, continue to be the highest bidder. As you will see, if there is a lot of competition on this particular item, you'll want to be able to do shotgun bidding, which is more or less you don't have to continually enter your details and you can just keep bidding, is what that means.
That's right.
Machine gun bidding.
Yeah, and then the maximum bid you can do is $10.
Maximum is 10, minimum, there you go, someone's already put a tenner down.
Yeah, and the
Right, there you go.
minimum bid is 10 cents.
So in real time, we've had a $10 bid.
Now,
So
the
going
la-
for $10 for
yeah,
that beautiful big feature
The
tree.
last couple of weeks we've been auctioning very expensive and unusual plants, a bit like we're doing this week. And the plants have been going off very, very cheaply. And it's because people sort of, if you hang back at the end, you're a goner, you know, and people have picked up, like last week, what was it last week? It was like a $1,500 plant went for $500 or $600, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it went for less than that, didn't it?
Or $450.
$400.
Or was
yeah,
it one
for
of
a $1,500 tree or something?
Yeah. So they've been going off very, very cheap. So what you've got to do is you've got to learn to do that machine gun bid and go bang, 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 and just blow the competition away at the end there.
Yeah.
And pick yourself up a bargain.
Yeah, or you can just do a bunch of 10 cents, or if you want to just get out in the lead, just pop down a couple of tens.
Yeah,
and blow your competition into apathy.
Yeah, that's right. and you can snatch it right away. So
right,
it's
now on
up
the
for
market.
auction now. It's on the market.
Yep.
We've got $10. That means that today, if no one else bids, this is off.
It's going for $10 at this point.
It's a $700 plant going out for $10.
That's right. We'll keep you updated in the
It
comment
is
section.
on the
that.
market. Who's the lucky person at the moment?
At the moment, Barrett Milik.
Yeah, and it seems to have
Barat
plateaued
milk.
at $10.
$10. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
done a $10 bid. It's theirs at the moment for $10.
Yeah, that's right. It's amazing. Okay, so now here we've got Nandina Moonbay. Look at the red in that. These have been selling like hotcakes lately. So your 7-inch pot Nandina Moonbay, just $14.99. Now some stores, hello, some stores are selling these in little ones in 6-inch pots for $14.99. We've got a nice big 7-inch pot for $14.99.
Beautiful. Too many plant sale.
Now what I've got here is I've got some beautiful Plectranthus. This is your Mona Lavender, and it used to be that they just used to come in this lovely soft purpley colour, but now you've got this hot, vibrant amethyst and this sexy classic style green and white. So 3 different colours. We've got 3 different colours, and now normally you'd expect to pay $30-40. These are great big 8-inch pots, $30 or $40 for something like this, but these are going out for $24.99. That's the price most stores charge for a 6-inch pot. Beautiful big plants, and there's your classic Mona Lavender with beautiful sort of soft lavender coloured flowers. There's your classic white one and your vibrant amethyst, all $24.99. Now your Plectranthus, these aren't really lavender, they're Plectranthus. And if you've got a spot that's really, really shady or a little bit shady, maybe it's under the eaves of the house, and it's hard to get something really pretty to grow there. These are really pretty, really beautiful. They grow about 45 centimetres high, 45 centimetres wide, so they're really pretty. They don't get too big. So Mona Lavender and $24.99. A great thing for that cool shady spot. Actually, there was a person asking me before, they said if they had a spot with a little bit of morning sun and afternoon shade, Mona Lavender would be great there. You could plant all one colour or a mixture of colours. If you've got a little bit of morning sun and lots of afternoon shade, go for Mona Lavender amongst other things. So Mona Lavender, not really lavender, really a Plectranthus, just $24.99 and in 3 different colours.
All right, welcome to our Pink Tutu Many plant sale.
Now here we've got Snow Maiden. Now Snow Maiden is a really hardy plant. I use them a lot in my garden design. If you were to hedge, if you were to sort of like say you just want a small hedge, a classic situation where I'd use it is a lot of people these days, they'll have a driveway and a little garden bed, and then the neighbour's got a driveway right next door and they want to put a bit of a separation there. This is for a narrow, small hedge, say a hedge that's going to be 90 centimetres to 1.2 metres, a nice narrow low hedge, white blossom in the spring, beautiful dense, look at that beautiful dense green foliage. Imagine that as a beautiful hedge. A wonderful thing to put as a divider. If you're looking for a divider between, where you've got the driveway 2 driveways right next door to each other, and these are a really good price. They're 10-inch pots, they're really big and gutsy, and they are just $39.99. So $39.99. Snow Maiden, Indian Hawthorn, and Indian Hawthorns are tough, really, really tough. Now here we've got the beautiful Spring Pearl. Now your Spring Pearl is a cousin of your Snow Maiden, but where it's different, this is going to grow into a lovely round shape, a kind of like a dome shape, which is very, very fashionable. And if you wanted a low maintenance, lovely round shapes as kind of features in the garden, your Snow Maiden is fabulous. And it's tough. It'll grow in the shade, it'll grow in the sun, it'll grow in a tough situation. So Snow Maiden, Spring Pearl, and you got beautiful big 12-inch pot Spring Pearl is just $99.99, and a 10-inch pot, an 8-inch pot is just $29.99. So $29.99 an 8-inch pot. Now in springtime, these are going to be covered in white flowers, and they're going to grow in a beautiful round dome. Plant them as a sort of a low-growing border or hedge, or as a specimen plant. But for a low dome that you don't have to trim, Spring Pearl, fabulous. $99 for the big ones, $29.99 for the small ones. Really good price.
Beautiful. All right, Too Many Plants live event auction happening in the background right now. $70 currently for that $700 Teddy Bear Magnolia.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say British box, and you're going to think, Chris has gone mad. We all know it's not British box, it's English box, but this is British box. and it's quite different to your English box. It's taller, it's faster. And these are nice big evergreens. Maybe you fix up a house and put it on the market. Maybe you've got a beach house or a country property. You need some nice big cheap evergreens that are really tough. Your British box is really tough, and British box in a 10-inch pot is just $29.99. Look at that. It's well over 1 metre tall for $29.99. That's the biggest evergreen for the money in the whole nursery. $29.99 for a great big bushy British box. Now, from just across the channel, you've got your Dutch box. Now, look how compact and neat these are. Beautiful 10-inch pot Dutch box. Now, if you wanted, people come in and they ask me for miniature box, and what I sell them Dutch box. Dutch box is your miniature box. Do you know that these ones here, from when they were cutting, would be 4 or 5 years old? Look at the size of them. So, the Dutch box is your miniature box, and if you want big miniature box, these are the $39.99. That's a great price, $39.99 for beautiful miniature Dutch box. And what's amazing about Dutch box, you plant them now, and with the spring growth, they'll almost double in size, and they'll become a beautiful growth in the springtime. They sell like crazy in the springtime at just $39.99 for 10-inch Dutch box.
Beautiful compact little hedge. Only as part of this Too Many Plants live sale at that price. Head over to helloplants.com.au.
Now, maybe you've got a big old English box hedge and you've got a bit of a hole in it. Lots of people get a hole in the old English box hedge. If you need to repair your English box hedge, here's a great big bushy English box. Or you could grow this as a pot plant, trim it up into a beautiful topiary cone or a topiary column. But this is an enormous English box. Great to grow in a pot. Great to use it to repair a hole in your hedge, and it's just $89.99. That's real cheap for a 16-inch pot. Look at the size of that, $89.99. That's a big box.
Come and get your English box at the Too Many Plants live sale right now. Limited quantities apply for those prices, guys.
Now here we've got standard English box. Now, plant these. These would be great for planting in a pot, and maybe you put like some bacopa or some nice little flowering plant underneath them, and then in the course of a year these will develop a lovely big round head on them. And everybody knows that standard English box cost a fortune because they're slow and they're hard to grow, but these ones here are just $34.99. So standard English box, just $34.99, so $34.99. And don't forget, we've got fabulous, so you can, now what it is, we've gone out to the growers, we've got fantastic deals for you this week. And so if you're doing a garden project, you can do your garden, we've got 100 different items, so you can put together a whole garden project. You can get free delivery when you spend $399 over most of Victoria, and then we've got fantastic bonuses. If you spend $500, we're going to give you a $150 weeping cherry for free, or a $150 Japanese maple for free. So $150 worth of free, plus a free delivery if you spend $500. So there we are. Now here you've got Japanese box. Now Japanese box, why would you have Japanese box? Japanese box, hello. Yeah, hi. So Japanese box, the thing with Japanese box is that if you plant this and water and fertilize it, you can have this up 1.5 meters in 2 years, whereas that'll take 10 years with English box. So Japanese box is a lighter color. It's a lighter color than your English box. It's tougher. It'll grow anywhere. Much tougher than your English box, and much faster growing. So if you want to have a box hedge that's this high, or a box hedge that's this high, or a big topiary that's a great big box topiary really quickly, you go for the Japanese box. So Japanese box. How's that auction going? Is it still?
It's currently at $125.50.
People are going mad.
Yeah, I think Teddy Bear Magnolia is a hot item, to be honest, especially when you get a $700 one for a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
This is a good opportunity if you've been wanting to get a Teddy Bear Magnolia. You want to show them again while I'm talking about it, Chris?
Let's have a look at this Teddy Bear. So this Teddy Bear Magnolia is up for auction. The reserve is 10 cents. We're over the reserve. It's on the market. So if people stop bidding now, it's going to go up how much for?
It's at $125.50.
So $125.50. Now, if you were to put 10 cents on top of that right now, it could be going to you.
Yeah, $125.60 is what it could
Maximum,
go
if you were to blow away the competition, whack on a couple of $10 bids and blow away the competition. But 10 cents on the top is going to get you on the top. And this is a $700 Teddy Bear Magnolia going out with a reserve of just 10 cents. And somebody's got, and if it goes off for $399, you've got free delivery over most of Victoria.
Yeah, beautiful as a centerpiece or as a feature tree. All round, just a very classy. Bring a bit of elegance to your property with that one, really, isn't it? Or you can put it in a pot as well too. If you're in a rental, pop it in a pot, pop it out the front. It's gonna look incredible.
Yeah, it's ready for a nice big pot.
Big pot, yeah.
But the other thing is, say it went off for $250. All you'd have to do is spend another $150, and you've got free delivery. You buy a few other items from our sale.
That's right, and then you can have it chucked in with the free delivery. Yeah,
get a free delivery.
Looking to spruce up your garden.
Yeah, and that free
porch.
delivery could be down to the Surf Coast.
Yep.
Out to Ballarat, down to Bendigo.
Yeah, you might as well get it over $3.99 then at this point.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's what Chris would like. Anyway, welcome to our Too Many Plants live sale. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Leave us a like before you leave.
Hi.
We are live.
Yeah.
Ralph says it's all gone oriental pear-shaped. Ralph's always in the comments with the lols. Bronzy says pretty little girl to you, Chris. There you go.
There we are. So here we've got, what have we got here? We've got euonymus green rocket. Now green rocket is kind of like an English box. It's greener, it's glossier than English box, and it's much faster growing. If you plant these, you'll have them up a metre tall in a little over a year. So for fast growth, these are really good. And euonymus and very tough. They'll take wind, they'll take heat, they'll take a bit of salt. So green rocket is just green rocket in an 8-inch pot is just $19.99, reduced from $24.99 to $19.99. So green rocket and a very green, glossy, fast-growing alternative to your English box.
Yeah, get it as part of our Too Many Plants live events.
Now we've got beautiful Tom Thumb. Now euonymus Tom Thumb, just $14.99. Look at that. Now, what I've noticed is, like, say you're in a real frosty area and your English box turns brown or purple in the winter, this is going to maintain its greenness. It's going to stand up to heat, poor soil, a little bit of salt in the water, a little bit of salt in the ground. This is tough, and it's green and lush, beautiful. It's what it does. It stays green and lush when the going gets tough. Where like I've had people grow box hedges and have the box hedges die, and then we've replaced it with something like your Tom Thumb or your green rocket. Both of them are euonymus, both of them cousins, and they've been able to grow beautiful, reliable hedges in places where English box would just die. So your Tom Thumb in an 8-inch pot is just $14.99. That's great value.
All right, welcome to our Too Many Plants live sale. If you've just joined us, you can purchase any of these beautiful products at these incredible prices. Also, you can bid on that beautiful teddy bear magnolia behind Chris. At the moment, keep it coming.
Now, what I've got here is I've got a Crimson King maple, and this Crimson King maple is in a 16-inch pot. It's about 2.2 or 2.3 metres tall. I'm 1.8, and it's well over my head. I reckon 2.2 or 2.3 by the time we subtract the pot. That's really a very advanced tree. Now your Crimson Century, here it is here, it grows in a beautiful pyramidal shape. It's very hardy. You can grow it in quite a rough, tough situation. So it's hardy, it's fast growing, and it has gorgeous purple foliage. In spring,
really nice.
purple foliage in summer and purple foliage in the autumn, and then just at the beginning of winter it turns bright orange and drops its leaf, and this one here has dropped its leaf. So for purple in spring, purple in summer and purple in the autumn, and a beautiful narrow pyramidal shape, and for 2.2 metres your Crimson Century Maple just $199.99. That's an advanced tree, 2.2 to 2.3 metres tall for $199.99.
Yeah, beautiful indeed. You could bid on that and the auction. The auction trees. We'll have two beautiful feature trees.
Now, one of the great things about Hello Hello is that we make a lot of very unusual plants available, and what I've got here is trident maple. These trident maples are reduced from $39.99 to $32.99. Now, your trident maple, I've got it, this one's here 3 foot tall, and I'm going to look at the trident maple is a rare Japanese maple. A lot of nurseries wouldn't even sell them, but your trident maple, say you've tried to grow Japanese maples and you've struggled, maybe you've got an exposed or difficult situation, and you want a beautiful, delicate looking Japanese maple. I think that trident maple has some of the best autumn colour of any maple. It's a fast growing and green leaf tree, but it has a hard glossy leaf on it, which makes it much hardier than any other Japanese maple. So this is the hardiest of Japanese maples, the fastest growing Japanese maple, and it's called trident because it's got a 3-pointed leaf on it. So your trident maple, $32.99, 3 foot tall. That's a rare and beautiful Japanese maple for $32.99. That's a great deal.
All right, so our Tutu Mini Plants live sale event happening right now. You can purchase any of these products over at hellohelloplants.com.au.
Now, when I was a young bloke and I used to do deliveries for my dad grew silver birches, and I'd be dropping silver birches down to Jack Moss. Now what Jack Moss is a bit of a character, good for a bit of a yarn, and he used to grow thousands and thousands of deciduous trees. So what he did was he found a silver birch with an extra white trunk, a beautiful shape, and he called it moss, the moss white birch. And over the years, it's proven itself to be the most beautiful of all silver birches available on the market, and it's become the top selling silver birch. It's a grafted birch, it's not a seedling birch, and they're normally quite expensive. Now this moss white birch here, I'm 1.8 metres tall. By the time you subtract the pot, this is about 1.8 metres tall. It's nicely branched, it's a beautifully shaped birch in a 12-inch pot, and this moss white birch is $119.99. So if you want the very best, this is the birch that Jack Moss selected about, I reckon it would have been 50 years ago. So he selected this birch 50 years ago. It's now one of the most popular birches in Australia. It's called the moss white birch, named after Jack Moss. Beautiful birch, $119.99. If you want to have a fabulous, upright, nicely shaped tree with a brilliant white trunk, go for a moss white birch, $119.99.
All right, and welcome to our Tutu Mini Plants live event. Thank you for joining us. Leave us a like, show us some love, share it live. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so here we are, Casuarina cousin hit, standard, 1.5 metres tall, 12-inch pot, and reduced from $329 to $299. Now this is an Australian native. It's called a cousin hit. Cousin hit. What's great about the cousin hit? First of all, people come in here every day and they say, Chris, I want a weeping tree, but I don't like it that your weeping cherries all lose their leaves. Give me something evergreen. So this is an evergreen weeping tree, but it's a tough weeping tree. You could grow this in the toughest spot. You could grow this out in the middle of your front lawn in Mildura in raging heat. You grow it anywhere, and this is going to cascade down with beautiful weeping green foliage and make an amazing feature, and just $299.99. This is a native Aussie special. $299.
Cute squirrel just asked, what's it called again? The one you're looking at now?
It's a Casuarina cousinette, named after cousinette. You know,
Adam's Family.
The squeaky voice, you know, cousinette.
Yeah,
in,
Adam's Family.
The Adams Family.
Cousinette, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Casuarina is
we should pay. Yeah, we should pay the theme from the Adams Family when we advertise that one.
That'd be good. Can we drop that in?
Yeah. Could we pay the theme for?
No, I'll probably get copyright striked.
Let's pay for a couple of seconds.
Maybe that's off copyright law now, if it's old enough.
Right.
Has to be 70 years after the composers passed away.
Right. He could still be alive.
Yeah, true. When did he write it? In the 50s or 60s or something?
The Addams Family, I think it was on in the 60s, early 60s, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, maybe late 60s. Anyway, so here we've got Corner's Heartthrob. Now this is a beautiful dogwood. I'm going to show you the label of this. It's a beautiful soft pink dogwood. Have a look at this beautiful label here. Look at that there. So a beautiful soft pink dogwood. Now dogwood is a small tree or a big bush, depending how you and this is and what it is. This is Kuza. So it's a pink. The Kuza's a Chinese dogwood. You'll find it's a bit hardier than the Florida, fairly big growing, and so that's going to have a beautiful soft pink flower, good strong grower, beautiful tree, and Kuza Heartthrob, beautiful pink flowers, lovely big tree, and that'll be flowering. I can see flower buds on that now. That's going to be flowering this spring. And what's it going to cost you? It's going to cost you Heartthrob. It's going to cost you $89.99. So $89.99 for the Cornus Heartthrob dogwood.
All right, get your Heartthrob dogwood only on the Tutu Mini Plants live sale event.
Now we did a video a few years ago about the Burgundy
tulip?
Star. No, we didn't. I don't think I did Burgundy Star.
No, we haven't done
Burgundy
Burgundy
Star.
Star.
Now Burgundy Star is a beautiful, people love in springtime when the magnolias, you've got these beautiful naked trees just covered in great big beautiful flowers. And what's really exciting is these burgundy colour ones. They're called Burgundy Star, and the flower's like a beautiful burgundy star. That's it there. Incredible colour, incredible volume of flowers, and because there's no leaves, they really stand out. Now these are a rare grafted magnolia. Down your local nursery, they might be selling these for 150 or 180 bucks, but we've got them here, Burgundy Stars, for a crazy $59.99. So $59.99 for a rare, exotic, grafted magnolia. And the amazing thing, I'm looking at this one here. The one here in front of me has got 1, 2, 3, 4 flower buds that you could really enjoy this spring.
All right, welcome to our Tutu Mini Plants live sale event. Checking out some beautiful magnolias here. You can purchase any of these products right now. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au.
Now these pink star magnolias, they're interesting. They're indicating the future right now. I'm looking at this one here, and I reckon it's got 100 flower buds. So you could enjoy 100 flower buds this spring. There's beautiful fluffy ones. They're beautiful flower buds, and it's a soft pink sort of star-like flower. And what's good about this is you might think that you can't afford, that you don't have the space for a magnolia in your garden, but this one here is it's just a nice big bush. It's not a tree at all. With a little bit of a trim, you could keep this 1.5 meters tall and enjoy on a 1.5 meter tall tree. It has so many flowers. You can enjoy 500 or 600 flowers, and they have a beautiful, delicate magnolia fragrance. So here it is, Pink Star, 10-inch pot, $69.99. That's an incredible deal, $69.99. Beautiful, mature ones, lots of flowers in your garden for this spring.
Brooke is asking, do you ship to New South Wales?
We used to, but there's a little bug that's quarantine, and we're not doing it at the moment.
Still not, okay, we're still not able to, unfortunately, due to a quarantine issue. But
now here we've got a weeping mulberry in a 16-inch pot. Now these are normally $299. These make a beautiful weeping tree. They get a lovely complex head on them, and they are just $199.
Right, weeping mulberry, 1.2 meter standard.
Yep.
On the Tutu Mini Plant. How much was that one?
$199.99.
$199.99. Reduced from $269.99. So these are all heavily reduced prices on the Tutu Mini Plants live sale event. Limited quantities apply for these prices.
Now here we've got a Pinus patula, a Mexican weeping pine, and this is a beautiful exotic tree. I'd like to have one of these in my backyard. They have lovely weeping foliage. When the wind blows through them, they make a beautiful soft sound, and the leaves as they mature, the leaves get up to about 35 centimeters long, and they're just covered in beautiful cascading foliage. It's probably one of the world's most beautiful pine trees and most exotic. and as it blows, and if you put one of these in your backyard and you go out there and the wind blows through it, you'll feel like you're in Mexico. You'll love it. So your Mexican weeping pine is just $39.99. So $39.99 Mexican weeping pine.
Nicholas is asking, beautiful, and will it grow in a pot? This one, the Mexican weeping pine.
Your Mexican weeping pine, great in a pot. No
Really?
worries at all.
All right, there you go, Nicholas.
Yeah, a nice bit. It's a pretty big plant. You want to use a nice big pot.
All right, nice big pot, and she'll be right. Yep.
Yeah, so here we've got the Kansan cherry, and we've got these bare rooted. So look at that. What's 1.5 meters tall Kansan cherry? Just $39.99. So $39.99 for a 1.5 meter tall Kansan cherry.
Yeah, and they have super prolific flowering clusters of flowers all over and look incredible.
Yeah, they have the Kansan cherry has a lovely big double pink flower, and the most amazing thing about the Kansan cherry is that when it flowers with no leaves, but as the flowers, after the flowers come out, the leaves emerge in amongst the flowers, and the new leaves are purple, and you get this lovely two-tone purple and pink effect with your Kansan cherry at mid-flowering.
All right, and welcome to our Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Thanks for joining us.
Now here we've got your Manchurian pear. Now your Manchurian pear is great for doing a pleached hedge. A pleached hedge is a hedge on a stick. So what you do is buy these Manchurian pears, you trim up the bottom branches, they branch out horizontally, they make a beautiful pleached hedge. So you can keep them quite low, you can keep them 2.5, 3 meters tall, and it's a lovely hedge, and it has white blossom in spring, it has red leaves in the autumn, green leaves in the summer, and because it has so much sort of knobbly branchy growth, you'll find that it'll give you quite good privacy even in winter when it's naked. So Manchurian pear, and these, look at them, they're about 2 meters tall, or over 2 meters tall, and they're just $49.99 for a Manchurian pear. Great value.
Yeah, they have really good seasonal colour as well.
Yeah.
If you're after those autumns.
Now here we've got Golden Robinia freesia. Now Golden Robinia freesia is a small tree, a small to medium tree that's very, very fast growing. It has beautiful white cascading flowers in spring and fabulous cascading golden foliage. And a lot of golden foliage trees are not very, very hardy or tough, but your Golden Robinia, you find the toughest spot you can in Victoria, the windiest spot, the poorest soil, the driest spot, the worst spot, and you find that your Golden Robinia, as long as it's well drained, doesn't like swampy country, but as long as it's well drained, your Golden Robinia will grow like crazy, flourish and look absolutely fabulous under the toughest of conditions. And these Golden Robinias are just $49.99, great value.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. Checking out our hottest items this week on the Tutu Many Plants live sale event.
Now here we've got a lilac Congo. And so your lilac Congo in a 10-inch pot is just $29.99. Now that is fantastic value for lilacs. Like lilacs are kind of like they're an old-fashioned thing that's come back into fashion, and these are grafted lilacs. They'll be flowering this spring, and for $29.99 you cannot go wrong. $29.99 puts you in a beautiful, and look at that. Now I remember when I was young, we had a lilac tree out in the front garden, and we'd pick big armfuls of flowers, and when visitors were coming, we'd fill our house with beautiful, fragrant, lilac coloured flowers. So for a cut flower, for a small tree or a big bush, for a bit of fragrance, you can't beat your lilac. A real garden classic at $29.99. You're never going to beat that.
Do they have a fragrance, those ones, or? They have a strong
Oh
fragrance,
yeah, lilac. If you cut a nice bunch of lilac flowers in springtime, it will fill your house with fragrance.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, get them as part of the Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Live auction on in the background.
Now, what I didn't tell you, the Congo is the darkest lilac. It's the darkest lilac of all the lilacs. Here
is
we've
it?
got
Okay.
Cora Brand, and I think Cora Brand is a white lilac, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, check out the
There
screen.
it is
There you
there.
go.
So there, have a look at that there. If you want a delicate white lilac with that fabulous lilac fragrance, imagine imagine having that in your garden, a gorgeous white lilac with a fabulous lilac fragrance, and they are, I think we're just about giving those away. 29, how much? 29, yeah, $29.99, Cora brand, the really beautiful classic white lilac, $29.99. That's a crazy price.
All right, welcome to the Too Many Plants live event. Make sure to leave a like before you leave, share this live, help others discover these great gardening deals. As we go through our hottest items in the Too Many Plants live sale event, you can shop for any of these products by scanning the QR code or heading over to our website, hellohelloplants.com.au.
Now here's a really special tree. Look at the, have a look at this here. Look at this tree here. Look at that glowing autumn colour there. What you've got here is your Zelkova Musashino elm. Now your Musashino elm, if you want something that's tough, really, really tough, something that'll stand up to heat, wind, drought, poor soil, tough conditions, and look absolutely fabulous, and grow and be very, very compact, never get too big, it's your Musashino Japanese elm. I think this is the tree of the future at just $99.99. So $99.99, and if you stake him up, he's well over 2 meters tall, and this is a very exotic and wonderful tree, gorgeous tree at just $99.99. And the thing with your Japanese elm is it has fabulous autumn colour. So for fabulous autumn colour, go for the Japanese elm.
Yeah, check it out on the Too Many Plants live sale events. Great prices, limited quantities apply. What do we got next, Chris?
So what we've got here is the
Wild currant?
the Tuckerbush wild currant.
Tuckerbush
Wild currant. Now what your wild currant is has a beautiful fragrance to it. It has a beautiful fragrance. Is this the... Have we got the right one? Is this the wild currant?
Tuckerbush, wild currant.
Yeah, so this is your wild currant. This is a Tuckerbush. So if you wanna get some native tucker into you, here it is, your wild currant Tuckerbush. It has a beautiful fragrant foliage, gorgeous fragrant foliage. So your Tuckerbush is just, we're giving them away for $12.99. Unfortunately, you might feel like you're shoplifting getting Tuckerbushes so cheap, but you're not shoplifting, we're actually selling them for $12.99.
Yes, we do not condone shoplifting. Hashtag no shoplifting.
Yeah, well, but some of it's so cheap you'll feel like you're shoplifting.
That's what Chris is trying to say.
Yeah.
Just for those.
So here we've got the cinnamon grey myrtle. Now, say you're cooking up a bit of kangaroo and you want to give it a kind of a real exotic flavour.
How do you have your kangaroo? You chop off a paw and chuck it on the barbie, or the tail?
Yeah.
Tail's got a lot of meat
and this
in it.
has a beautiful cinnamon. You could rub this on your kangaroo before you fry it up, and
They'd be horrified if we have viewers in the US.
Yeah, those American viewers in Malaysia, they're chopping up and eating kangaroos, are they? Well, yeah. So kangaroos are very tasty, actually.
Yes.
So here we have the cinnamon grey myrtle. So an exotic, and look, it's got beautiful flowers. So look at that. Imagine having that in your garden. So you don't really have to be cooking and eating kangaroo to enjoy this. Look at those gorgeous flowers. So what you've got is a lovely, medium-growing, evergreen Australian bush with gorgeous flowers and beautiful cinnamon fragrant foliage, and they are $12.99. So $12.99 for the cinnamon grey myrtle.
Does it smell like cinnamon, or?
Oh yeah, have a smell. It smells just like cinnamon. Yeah.
Come and have a smell of it. Yeah.
Now here we've got a Washington navel in a 16-inch pot. This is ready to start producing beautiful oranges. Now your navel orange is a late orange, and in Melbourne, we have for growing oranges, we're probably a little bit cool. So your navel orange is a great one. It ripens all summer long and ripens up in the winter and gives you a beautiful sweet orange, even in a cool climate like the Melbourne climate, or relatively cool climate like the Melbourne climate. So the Washington navel is just $159.99. This is an advanced tree. This is ready to start fruiting this summer. So $159.99 get you an advanced Washington navel.
All right, welcome to our Tutu Many Plants live event. And also, if you're coming into Hello Hello Plants, this weekend we have beautiful fresh bare-rooted roses which have just arrived, standard.
Yeah. Now,
let's continue,
what
yeah.
I've got here is a bit of real gardening excitement. Now, most people, you've seen a fig tree, and if you've got a little yard, you think you can't fit a fig tree in my yard because fig trees will fill the whole yard. But what we've got here is the Figalicious. Now,
Like a mini one, yeah.
you could be living in an apartment with a little tiny balcony. You could whack this in a pot and you could be growing your own figs. It needs a bit of sun, but it doesn't need a lot of space.
That sounds brilliant.
The first time ever that we've had a miniature fig. So if you're a collector, lots of people are collecting lots of miniature fruit trees in their little backyards. A miniature fig, Figalicious, and so this is highly productive, but just a miniature fig, and it is just reduced from $129.99 to $99.99 for a Figalicious.
Yeah, grow it in a pot on the patio in your apartment. It's perfect. Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Limited quantities apply on those items.
Now here we've got an apple tree. It's a Granny Smith apple in a 12-inch pot, and it's ready to start producing apples this year, and it's just $99.99. This will blossom in spring. It'll apple this summer. So there it is. If you want to get going and get off the grid with your apples, this is a great one for apple pie. So it's a sort of tasty green apple with green skin, real sort of tang to it.
These are the ones they use in apple pies and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's
good for baking.
Your baking apple, but they're still, if you can handle a bit of tartness, they're quite good to eat straight off the tree. So Granny Smith apple, 12-inch pot, $99.99.
Maddie Smith says, "Oh my God, how did I end up here? Love it." Came at the right time.
That's right. Yeah,
all we
you
have to
ended
say,
up.
Maddie.
Yeah, hello. So Pinkerbell dwarf apple. Now, so this is a dwarf apple. So if you want a really, really small apple that's also a pink, sort of a dwarf pink lady, this is a Pinkerbell, and it's just $129.99. That's a great little dwarf apple for $129.99, ready to blossom and fruit this year. It's a blossoming and fruiting size.
All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Leave us a like, share this live, help others discover these great gardening deals.
Yeah, now lots of people are planting olives in pots, on balconies and things like that, or in their courtyards. Olives are kind of all the go at the moment. Now these Bambolinas here, 12-inch pot. This is a Bambolina, is a fruiting olive, but it's a miniature fruiting olive. So they end up only 2.5, 3 meters tall. Beautiful bushy tree, lovely foliage, great for a pot plant. Great if you want a small fruiting olive in your garden, go for a Bambolina. And these are a good size. Like let's see, I'm 1.8 meters tall. Let's have a look at how big that is. So it's nearly as tall as me. It's probably about 1.6 meters tall. So your Bambolina olive, $99.99, and you could be producing olives. You could be enjoying a beautiful Mediterranean-style garden with an olive that's never going to get too big. The Bambolina olive, just $99.99.
All right, checking out our hottest items here on the Tutu Many Plants live sale event.
What we have here is a Corrigiola olive. Now your Corrigiola is, and these are big. These are big olives. These are on 1.8. This is about 1.6, so a 1.6 meter olive. And your Corrigiola is one of the best olives for going on the table, and it's what you call a multi-purpose. It can do you can plant it. It's a multi-purpose because you can plant this as a hedge, as a specimen tree, as a pot plant, and it will produce olives. And those olives can be used for crushing for oil or as a table olive. So it's a multi-purpose olive. One of the more popular ones. A lot of Mediterranean type people love to get the Corrigiola. So your Corrigiola olive in an 8-inch pot is just $29.99. $29.99 gets you a Corrigiola olive. Now, tell us how the auction's going, Emily.
Yeah, so just a reminder to those of you who are watching us, there is a live auction happening in the background. And the current price on this $699 Magnolia Teddy Bear, which is in a 20-inch pot, is at $188.80. Tony is our highest bidder. So Tony's got the top bid there. And yeah, you can bid on it too if you head over to hellohelloplants.com.au. Click on the live sales tab. I'll show you how it's done live since the camera is pointing there. And we'll click on that live button at the top. It's a big yellow button. Scroll down and you'll see the auction in real time. Auction's gone up since I've been talking about it. We're at $198.80. If it goes for over $399, you'll get free delivery. And just keep in mind, this is for a $699 Teddy Bear Magnolia. Currently, it's only at a fraction of its retail cost. Show it to him, Chris, because
let's have a look.
Probably
at
best
this
to
Magnolia.
see it to get a reality on how this beautiful feature. Now you can have it in a pot if you're in a rental. You could have it in a pot on your front porch, or you pop it in your front yard on your property. It's going to be an amazing feature specimen. It looks absolutely beautiful. Let's turn that camera so they can actually see it.
Yeah, this is going to make a beautiful specimen. It could be. This is a gorgeous enough tree to sort of hold places that number one feature tree in the middle of a big lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So currently, highest bid $198.80. So yeah, hop on over if you do want to bid on it. Get it at a heavily discounted price at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. So there it is, your Teddy Bear Magnolia right now.
Just under $200.
Just over $200.
So just under $200.
For a $700 tree, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah. Have some fun. Minimum bid amount is 10 cents as well. So if you want to, psych your opponents with a 10-cent bid, or maximum bid of $10.
And there's people that have snookered these auctions in the past with 10 cents, isn't there?
Yeah, there's people that have sort of watched the watched the auction from the start and then only put a bid in at the very end to sort of, to psych their opponents or something.
Yeah.
We call that a dark horse.
Yeah, that's right.
Come out at the end.
You get that odd dark horse coming in. Now here I've got your stone pine. Now your stone pine, this is that pine nut. Your stone pine produces the pine nut that tastes so good in your pasta. A little bit of toasted pine nut in your pasta. You can't. A bit of gnocchi with a bit of pine nut in it, a bit of garlic. You can't beat it. So, but the thing is with your pine nut, it's also a wonderful tree to have on your farm or on your country property, even in a coastal situation like down at the beach house. You can't go wrong. And it grows into a beautiful big tree. It has a red or reddish turtle shell kind of a trunk and a lovely big flat top with a sort of lovely dark green big sort of flat top and this amazing turtle trunk. And they grow quite quickly. So if you want to really have something beautiful on the farm or down at the beach house, down by the coast somewhere, stone pines, and these are a good size one, and these are in 8-inch pot, and they are just $34.99.
Nomza says so many of these planted by council in our suburbs. Would that be those stone pines? Or?
It could easily be, yeah.
Interesting, might be near the beach or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of them planted out around Somerton in the industrial estate up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually Altona as well. I feel like they have them. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
That area down there as well.
Yeah, so here we've got the angel peach. Now your angel peach is kind of the donut of the peach world. It's sort of shaped like a donut.
Yeah, it really does look like a
Yeah, and so
a little bit
your
like a donut.
angel peach, $129.99. Now, it might seem a bit expensive, but what you've got here is a dwarf peach. It's ready to fruit this summer. It's going to blossom in spring and it's going to fruit in summer. $129.99. You can't go wrong. $129, beautiful dwarf peach with really interesting donut-shaped fruit.
Create an orchard and the Tutu Many Plants sale.
Yeah, and you could tell them about our free delivery, Emily.
Well, yeah, if you spend over $399, you are entitled to free delivery pretty much Victoria-wide. Pretty much Melbourne Metro and all of your, they're not called Cap City, regional city centres.
Yeah, your main regional city centres, out to Traralgon, up to Bendigo,
Peninsula,
Shepparton, Ballarat, down to the Surf Coast,
yeah.
Geelong. We do most of Victoria for free when you spend $399. So you can access things like this fabulous Anzac peach. This is a dwarf peach. Anzac is an Aussie classic. It's beautiful, sweet, white-fleshed peach. Real Aussie classic, and it is just $129.99.
Yeah, bite into it. Get that juice.
$99.99.
Even
Wow,
better.
sorry, the Anzac peach is $99.99 for an Aussie classic.
Yeah, bite into it. Get that juice running down your chin.
Yeah, here we've got a Divinity apricot. This is, and the thing was that Anzac was a dwarf, and this Divinity here is a dwarf. Now Divinity, divine flavour, dwarf, reduced to $129.99, and this is ready to fruit this summer. So get into it. Divinity apricot. What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, $169 down to $129.99.
That's a good point. You should mention the reduced because quite good the reduction in the prices in the sale, and
Yep.
they're limited in quantity at these amazing prices.
Now
so do
here
act
you've got a
fast.
flavour top nectarine. Now your flavour top nectarine is a beautiful, what does it do? Flavour medium large fruit with. So this is a yellow flesh one. Now what I find with the yellow flesh nectarines is that they're not as sweet, but they have a richer flavour. So for a really rich flavour that's not too sweet, go for your, so if you like that rich flavoured sort of nectarine. Now this is a dwarf, and it is, your dwarf one is flavour top 12-inch dwarf, $129.99. So $129 reduced from $169.99 to $129.99. A flavour top nectarine, a golden flesh nectarine. Now here we've got the O. Henry dwarf peach, and your O. Henry dwarf peach. Your O. Henry is a yellow flesh. Now yellow flesh, they hold together when you cook them. So if you want to cook and preserve your peaches, if you like a bit of stewed peach and you don't want it to sort of dissolve in the pot, it's your O. Henry dwarf peach that you want. And so that gives you, and the yellow ones tend to have a richer, deeper, stronger flavour than the white flesh. So O. Henry dwarf peach, yellow flesh, dwarf peach, $129.99 reduced from $169.99.
All right, check it out on the Tutu Mini Plants Lifestyle event. Grow your own orchard with these
Now,
amazing deals.
Some people can't make up their mind. They don't know whether they want a peach or they want a nectarine. So what you can do, you can get a peacherine. If you ain't got much room in your backyard, you want a peach and a nectarine, you get a peacherine.
Get
now
the
they're
peacherine.
self-pollinating, and you get a peach and a nectarine in one because they've been hybridized together. You get the flavour of a peach and the flavour of a nectarine, and the look of a peach and the look of a nectarine all mixed together into one plant. And what's amazing is the price is just $129.99 reduced from $149.99, so $129.99. The peacherine, a peach and nectarine in one.
Yeah, no addition to the cost. Get both. Get 2 for 1, basically, a 2 for 1.
That's right, yeah. So here we've got a self-pollinating almond. Now this is a great bit of convenience. What it is mostly when you buy an almond, you've got to buy 2 different ones and get them pollinating together, and it can be quite awkward to get your almonds pollinating together. But here you've got a self-pollinating almond. This one here, put it in all by itself and it will fertilize itself and produce almonds. So you could be producing beautiful almonds in your own backyard from a self-pollinating dwarf almond. And this is a dwarf almond, so it's never going to get too big because almond trees can get pretty big. Now what we've got here is a spring satin plumcot. This is a hybrid between a plum and an apricot. And what you've got is you've got purple skin like a plum and an orange interior like an apricot. So you've got the plum and the apricot all in one. Beautiful dwarf tree. So your spring satin is $129.99. So if you want a plum and an apricot in one, there you get it, $129.99. Now here, look at these beautiful mountain peppers. Look at these beautiful mountain peppers. This is the Tasmanian mountain pepper, and it is just $12.99. Beautiful big plant for $12.99. Mountain pepper. Now here you get your sunshine blueberry, just $34.99. Now what I want you to do is I want you to have a close-up look. Why you'd buy for these ones here is they're in 8-inch pots, and they're sexually mature. Look at those, they're about to, they'll be flowering in a couple of weeks, and once they flower they'll be fertilized, and then you'll have your own blueberries. So look at that. So if you want to be in blueberry production real quick, Sunshine Blueberry, one of the most popular blueberries, is just 8-inch pot, $34.99. Now here we've got Agapanthus Peter Pan. This is a dwarf blue Agapanthus. Lovely sort of small fine foliage. So if you want to make an Agapanthus border, this one here, the Peter Pan, would be a wonderful one to do it with. And I'd plant 3 or 4 to the metre, and it's $3.99 each. So it'd be very, very cheap to make yourself up a nice one. And what's interesting is you'd sort of think, well, for $3.99, what do I get? What's interesting, I'm looking in here, and there's actually, if you were dividing this up, there's eight little agapanthi. 8 little agapanthi. Have a look at that, 8 little agapanthi, all packaged up in that little pot there for $3.99. You could actually you could buy these and redivide them and make a fortune, I reckon.
Yeah, there's heaps in each little pot, isn't there?
Yeah, real good value for money. So Peter Pan Agapanthus, $3.99.
And they make a great little border. Now, if you're coming down this weekend, Hello Plants is open all weekend long, and you can purchase any of these specials you see here in our store, or you can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and start shopping straight away. Limited quantities apply, and they do sell out.
Hey, do we have the on special this week? Do we have the Beyond Blue on special?
We have Elijah Blue.
Elijah Blue. So there we are. Let's put it up. Let's put them up together. Now, so here you've got your Elijah Blue. Now your Elijah Blue is a lovely blue grass, and this is your orange sedge. And so if you're looking for a great contrast in the garden,
to mix them,
sedge. Now we've got the orange sedge, beautiful big plants in 6-inch pots, just $14.99. And then that goes beautifully with your Beyond Blue. Yeah. So Beyond Blue, absolutely fabulous. Fabulous in a what's that? I think he's just watching. So Beyond
cool.
Blue,
I thought he was waiting for help.
Lovely blue fescue, just $9.99. And have a look. In winter, that perhaps not quite, but have a look how blue. That is the bluest. Beyond Blue is the bluest of your. Oh, what happened?
That looks very blue. The orange sedge is not looking that orange at the moment, but it will get more orange looking. That's
right. As you get into winter, it'll get more and more orange. So to get, and that makes a lovely combination. Mass plant your orange sedge, and then mass plant your Beyond Blue in front of it, and you get a lovely combination together. And orange sedge just $14.99, and the Beyond Blue just $9.99.
Chris, have you guys got any? Angie asks, have you guys got any or plenty of bougainvilleas?
Actually, not in store, but there's plenty online, and we can bring them in pretty quick, smart. We've got them out in our growing operation, but right at the moment, we've probably never had a better range than what we've got right at the moment. So go online, order them online. In store, there's not that many, but online, I've got plenty.
And then Angie added, apparently the Socceroos are playing right now. I don't think Chris cares too much about sport. Your sport is plants, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Growing and selling plants would be Chris's sport.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Angie, yes, you can order online. We see your question there. Yeah, so best to order online, Chris, would you say, for Angie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Angie, head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and just search for the bougainvillea in the search, and you'll see all of the varieties that we sell.
Yeah, no other nursery has a bigger range of plants online than what we do. And I think I've got about 8 different, really a lovely range of bougainvillea, about 8 different bougainvilleas online at the moment.
Oh, good on you, Angie's going to do it now. Leave us a like before you leave back to your Socceroo game. Share the live, help others discover it. Thanks for watching. We'll continue on.
So here you've got your Dioides wild iris. Now, wild iris is a lot of people, when they want to do something that's really tough and really easy, they plant agapanthus. But a wild iris is the sort of even better than agapanthus. It has very, very attractive foliage. It doesn't grow too big. It doesn't sort of flop over and cover across the drive or anything like that. And it flowers where agapanthus only flowers for 4 or 5 weeks of the year. Your dwarf iris flowers for 5 or 6 months of the year, and it's just as tough as your agapanthus. So Dioides grandiflora, your wild iris, I said dwarf iris, but I mean wild iris, wild iris, and we've got lovely big 6-inch pots for just $10.99. So $10.99 gets your beautiful big bushy wild iris.
All right, check it out on our Too Many Plants live sale event. Checking out hottest 100 items here.
Now here you've got your Lamandra tenica. Now Lamandra tenica, these are big bushy plants, and we're giving them away for $10.99. $10.99. That's a really good price for your tenica. Look at that beautiful tenica, just $10.99. So $10.99, and you've got beautiful tenica. Now tenica is perhaps the most, I think, it's only rivaled by English box. It's one of the most popular ornamental plants in Australia, because they put in freeways and universities and hospitals, and they'll plant 1,000 and 2,000 of these at a time. And the reason why they go for them is they're green all year round. They don't need much water. They don't need much care. They look beautiful. They wave and blow in the wind. Really beautiful grass. And $10.99 is a beautiful price for a beautiful grass.
Yep, Too Many Plants live sale event, live auction on in the background for a $700 Teddy Bear Magnolia. Keep bidding away, guys. I put the current bid in the comment section there for you.
What's the current bid on it?
It's not moving fast. It's at $238.90.
$238.90. Wow.
Yeah, so that'd be an absolute bargain if the highest bidder gets it at that price.
Yeah. Well, I think anything under $400 would be a steal for that.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's well over 2 meters tall. There's no way that for a couple $100 that you're going to get a over 2 meter tall teddy bear anywhere in Victoria.
That's right. Dano says you better have the World Cup in the background. Sorry, Danos. We're here for the plants only. That's our sport right now.
Yeah, Lamandra longifolia. Now, Lamandra longifolia is a wonderful plant. It grows about 1.5 meters tall and has beautiful foliage that cascades over. So lovely cascading foliage and really, really tough. Grow it in any sort of soil. Doesn't matter if it's a bit swampy or a bit dry or a bit terrible. Lamandra longifolia thrives almost anywhere and is virtually maintenance free. It smothers all its weeds in competition. Mass planted. If you've got a commercial site or a holiday house and you want some sort of low maintenance greenery that survives wind, heat, drought, whatever your condition, terrible soil, swampy conditions, Lamandra longifolia, a fabulous plant. And Lamandra longifolia, $12.99 and these are beautiful big plants. Have a look how big and good that is. Look at that. For $12.99 you can't go wrong. Look at that. Lamandra longifolia.
We're doing pretty good considering we're up against the World Cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
People are bidding away. You can have, these days, you can have multiple screens open. You can have the World Cup there and Too Many Plants live sale event on another screen,
Yeah, I mean, how could people, a gorgeous nurseryman in a pink tutu.
How could you miss it?
How could that I'm amazed that anybody's watching the World Cup actually, when they could be watching me.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So here we've got the Elkhorn. Now you could mount these on a beautiful wall mount or something like that, but these are gorgeous, healthy Elkhorns. I'll give you a good look at this. Look at this here. Look at this here. And the Elkhorn, we're doing these in an 8-inch pot for $34.99. Look at this. Look at that there. And you could hang that up.
That
if you've got a nice big shady tree out in the front of your house, you can hang this up on a board and it'll just grow enormous in the tree and kind of look after itself.
So you can hang them on a wall, can't you, those ones?
Yeah, hang them on a wall, or they do really well inside trees, because that trees give off a bit of humidity and stuff. You can attach them, you can even attach them directly onto the bark of a tree.
Yeah.
But you can put, there they are in the
like
tree.
that.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
You can buy those backings for them though, can't you? Where you can grow them onto that as well and have them as like hanging on walls and stuff.
But a bit of old rotting timber will do,
will do
as
the
a
trick,
backing.
Okay.
Yeah. So there we are. There we are. The Elkhorn.
Yep. Tutu Mini Plants Live Sale. What was it?
An Elkhorn in an 8-inch pot, just $34.99.
Fantastic.
Now, here you've got your narrow leaf bird of paradise. It's called a junkia. A junkia is your narrow leaf bird of paradise, and this is a gorgeous specimen. I've seen people sell little ones you can hardly see these for 30 or 40 bucks. These are great big advanced ones for $69.99. So $69.99 for a great big advanced rare junker bird of paradise.
Oh yeah, Ash says they're called staghorn in Queensland.
Yeah,
That's right. We've heard staghorn as well.
yeah.
And then Ash says what the, and a couple of people saying WTF.
Well, it is unusual.
no.
A nurseryman
No
of pink
answer.
tutu is a little unusual.
Ash
And-
says nice. Yeah, go on. Sorry, a little unusual. There's nothing unusual about that. That's how you do it in Victoria, isn't it? Pink tutu in the garden's the only way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's not
It's just
that
different attire in
yeah.
different parts of the world, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a cultural thing here in Victoria. So here we've got a Tahitian bridal veil, lovely luscious green. Take a look at that. Look at that there. Look at that beautiful luscious green hanging basket. Grow that in your al fresco area. Wonderful thing to have. Beautiful plant. Lovely big basket and nice and cheap. They're just
Yep.
$29.99. So $29.99. Great value.
You gotta say hello, Chris, for the customers. I'm not sure why you're dressed like that as well. Very unconservatively dressed in the nursery.
So here we have a happy wanderer. Your happy wanderer is an Australian native. It's actually, I think it grows wild in this part of Victoria. And it grows in the shade, it grows in the sun, it grows very vigorously. And they've just started to flower, and they're going to flower right through to right into the early spring. So that months and months of beautiful blue flowers, and then when they're not flowering, they've got these lovely gum leaves on them. And you could cover a wire fence. People sometimes use them to cover things like water tanks. You can put a bit of wire around anything you want to cover up and grow the beautiful happy wanderer on it. And these are lovely big happy wanderers. These are a great head start to cover something up. And these happy wanderers in 8-inch pots, just $29.99. Beautiful. Have a close look at that. Sometimes people call them a native wisteria, and it's kind of like wisteria's flower in late winter, early spring, and these are kind of like the Australian equivalent of a wisteria, and they have the advantage over a wisteria that they're evergreen with these beautiful little gum leaves on them. So your happy wanderer, just $29.99. The happy wanderer, happy to cover something up, happy to cover up anything you got that you want to cover up.
Dotsme says fairy plants. I
Right.
like that, no? Our fairy plant sale. Checking out the fairy plants.
So here we've got your Pratia white star creeper, and it's gorgeous. Look at these little white stars. Just gaze into these little white stars. Aren't they gorgeous? Yeah, gaze into these little white stars. They're really gorgeous. So what you've got with this is you've got a lovely green moss-like plant, hardy, easy to grow. A beautiful, it grows in the sun, grows in sort of semi-shade, not really deep shade, but semi-shade. Grow it in the sun. These white flowers occur really from mid-September right through into June. So really about nearly 9 months of the year flowering. Beautiful moss-like green thing. And these are cheap. These are just $3.99. So $3.99 for Pratia white star.
And welcome to our Tutu Mini Plants live sale event. Thanks for joining us. This is one of the stars of the show, this one.
Now look at this. Look at this beautiful lime lava here. This amazing bit of green moss. People love these. And
That really does look like a fairy's plant, doesn't it? that one?
yeah. So look at that. It's gorgeous. It feels lovely too. And it's lovely sort of texture to it and everything like that. And we've got these in 16-inch pots, and we ain't got many of these in 16-inch pots, but $79.99. Grow it in a pot, grow it in the garden. It's an Australian native. It loves a hot, sunny spot in the garden. It needs good drainage, nice loose soil, a bit of water, a bit of fertiliser. But in the right spot in the garden, this is just going to grow and grow and grow and make a beautiful green moss-like mound for $79.99. Look at the size of it. Just look at the size of that there. Look at that there. Isn't that beautiful? It's really unusual. People are going to love that. If you planted, we were helping out on a TV show recently.
Yeah.
And
did you plant those, did you?
and we planted those.
Yeah.
And we planted those sort of a combination of beautiful red stem maples.
Yeah.
And planted these in clusters, big ones like this, and the impact was amazing. So, but if you plant 4 or 5 of these in a cluster in the garden, put a bit of black mondo in, maybe a beautiful red stem Sinkaki maple, the effect is amazing. And these are just $79.99.
They like full sun though, don't they? They prefer full sun, I think.
Oh yes, they love
Yeah.
full sun. They don't like the shade.
Yeah, not so good in the shade, that's right.
Now, something delicate and beautiful. I want you to have a close look at this. These are baby's tears. Now, if you've got a shady spot and it's all bare because there's no sun and there's no light there, baby's tears is the answer. So baby's tears will give you a beautiful green moss-like finish in the deep shade. So where that lime lava that I had a minute ago wants to be in the sun, your baby's tears hates the sun and loves the shade, and it'll grow where nothing else will grow. And you can plant it in your fernery, plant it wherever you want, but keep it in the shade and get a lovely moss-like finish, quite fast growing. Baby's tears, and your baby's tears in a 6-inch pot is just $10.99.
Yeah, welcome to our Tutu Mini Plants live sale event. If you've just joined us as well, checking out 100 of our hottest items, live auction on in the background as well.
Now, Asiatic jasmine, really popular ground cover. People plant whole big areas. It grows like a beautiful lawn. White fragrant flowers around Christmas time. Lovely dense dark green foliage. But a lot of ground covers, you plant them and they disappear after a few years. But your Asiatic jasmine will cover a big area and last you 20, 30, 40 years, and you can trim it and make a beautiful finish. There it is there.
Yeah.
So Asiatic jasmine, and if you wanted to cover something quickly, these 8-inch pots are fantastic. Look how big they are. Look at that, it's about 3 foot long. So this is ready to cover a big area really, really quickly. And Asiatic jasmine, just $29.99 for great big plants in an 8-inch pot.
And these are pretty popular in the more posher suburbs, aren't they?
Oh yeah, Brighton, Toorak, we sell them by the truckload.
Yeah. Tutu Mini Plants live sale
Now
event.
here we've
Welcome.
got native violet in a 6-inch pot. So if you've got a cool shady spot and you want a sort of a beautiful flowering ground cover that's really hardy and really going to fill the area, a nice sheltered little spot, native violet, just $10.99.
Perfect. Welcome to our Tutu Mini Plants live sale event, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Right, and so now say you wanted a beautiful luscious green shady cover over the pergola or the veranda. What you've got here is you've got your ornamental grape, and then what you can see here is that what happens with your ornamental grape, it'll make a beautiful lush, and it grows like crazy. You can plant one of these on every upright on your pergola, and in 18 to 24 months you'll have your whole pergola covered with beautiful green canopy. And then in autumn you could be sitting out there having a glass of wine with these amazing red leaves all around you, and then in winter these leaves will fall and the sun will shine through. So it's like having a climate controlled pergola or veranda, or you can cover a fence. But you've got green in summer, red in the early winter or late autumn, and then the sun comes through in the winter. And ornamental grapes, fast growing, tough, easy to grow, $21.99 for nice big plants that'll cover your pergola in no time.
All right, our live auction is about to come to a close. 3 minutes to go. Get your bids in now, and then we'll start striking down the gavel to the highest bidder.
Yeah, so here we've got your ruby. So you might tell people how to bid and tell them what they're bidding
We'll do
on.
it in 2 minutes. You get through as many items as you can. And
So
then
here
we'll
we've got ruby tips. We've got ruby tips. Now this is in springtime when it starts to grow. This whole plant's going to turn a beautiful ruby colour. And this is a very, very hardy lily pilly with fine foliage. It doesn't grow too big. If you're on a 2 or 3 metre hedge and you want to keep it at 2 or 3 metres, this is really good. Also the bugs don't touch it. So it's a lovely, clean, easy to grow ruby tips. And ruby tips is just $22.99. So $22.99 ruby tips in 8-inch pot. Look at the size of that. You're really getting a lot for your money. Look, it's up to my waist. It's probably about, it's a good 3 foot tall. So Acmina Smithii Ruby Tips, $22.99.
All right, welcome to the Too Many Plants live sale event. Shop now, shop link in the comment section.
Now, if you've got an ugly neighbour, say you've got, or maybe you've got a bit of wet, mushy ground that nothing grows, or you've got a bit of terrible subsoil where nothing can grow. This will grow in almost any soil as long as it's got plenty of water, and you can grow this. If you planted this now and you kept the grass and weeds away from the bottom and you didn't let it dry out at all, this could be 5 metres tall and 2 metres wide in 1 year. That's true, no joking. 5 metres tall, 2 metres wide in 1 year, and this is an evergreen alder. So your evergreen alder, one of the fastest growing evergreens around, ultimately doesn't grow too big but grows really, really well in that first year. And these are a good height now, but 5 metres tall, 2 metres wide. So if you planted a row of these, if you had an ugly neighbour who was dumping car bodies next to your place or something like that, you could plant this out and have a fabulous green wall, 5 metres tall in 1 year. And your 12-inch evergreen alder is just $69.99. So $69.99, and it's already about 1.8 metres tall. 1.8 metres tall, $69.99. So Japanese plum yew, 8-inch pot. So 8-inch pot plum yew. Now plum yew is a kind of gives you that pencil pine look. Loves to be trimmed. Very, very tough and easy to grow, but it'll grow in complete shade. So if you've got a sort of a shady spot where you wouldn't be going to grow up, say a pencil pine, you could do a Japanese plum yew. They're great in a pot. Beautiful, tall, columnar tree with a really exotic look to it. And plum yews in an 8-inch pot, just $19.99. That's great value. Have a good look at that foliage. They've got a real bit of character to them. So Japanese plum yew, 8-inch pot, $19.99.
All right, it's our Too Many Plants live sale event. We're going to jump over to the auction after this item here.
After this item,
I think we should, and then we'll come back to the. No, it's too many items there. Let's get the auction out of the way.
Now, here we've got a 16-inch pot, and it's well over 2 metres tall. A 16-inch pot, ficus flash. Ficus flash, they call it flash because it grows like a flash. So if you want to block out some big tall units next door, if you want to clean up the look of your place, ficus flash, 16-inch pot, reduced from $229.99 to $199.99. Well over 2 metres tall, $199.99. Then over to the auction.
Let's jump over to the auction because it might just go quickly now, Chris. So highest bidder is currently Nihan.
Okay,
we did
so
a 10-cent bid, and we're currently at $259.10.
$259. That's less than half price. This is a $699 Teddy Bear Magnolia. Let's have a good look at it. So there it is. There, can we see it nicely on the screen? Look at the size of that. 1.8 metres tall. Have a look how tall it is. This is an enormous, advanced Teddy Bear Magnolia.
Well, look, it might go very low because we've only got a few people in the room, only a few people watching now, and they stayed in while they could. There might be a dark horse in the auction room, not sure on that. But your current price is, highest bid, sorry, is $259.10. And it just went up $10. There you go. All right, there was a dark horse in there.
If you want to secure this Magnolia, what would be? Say you were sitting in the room. You're looking at it. It's a $700 Magnolia, and you want to secure this Magnolia. What would you do right now?
Yep. So we're taking your bids right now over at the hellohelloplants.com.au website. So if we could just get the camera on the screen. Oh, there's no one running the cameras, but if we get one of the cameras to look at the screen up here, simply head over to hellohelloplants.com.au, and if you click on our live sales button, which is this yellow, it's the only yellow button in the tab at the top, and click on that, and then you'll be taken straight to the auction where your current highest bid is $269.10. Teresa's come in here at the last second to outbid Nihan, who only did a 10-cent bid. So you can do a minimum of 10-cent bid or a maximum of $10. This is for a $699 Teddy Bear Magnolia retail price. And Oh, the machine gun bid. All right, sorry. Chris wanted to mention the machine gun bid, which we mentioned earlier, but essentially all that means you just enter your details. Once you've entered your details, the page will remember your details, and then simply you can just add your bid and bid fast if you're looking to win or outbid somebody. So there can be a bit of mind games, a bit of psych going on. There can be dark horses. But this, I dare say, this is going to go for a very good price. If it does go for over $399, there is free delivery, or you can combine this item with some other items to get it over $399 to get the free delivery, because it's going to be tricky to get home in a normal car.
If you look at this, is a $700 Magnolia. Somebody's going to want this Magnolia. So if you actually wanted this Magnolia, how would you go about getting it right now, Emily?
I just went over the details. So
no, but what would be your strategy?
I'd pop a $10 down. It hasn't moved much, so I'd just chuck $10 down, getting the lead there. And it really depends on the want and the need for it. But
because the problem is that what happens is when we get to that where we start, you know, is that the website normally slows down and jams up and stuff, and people who wanted to win often don't win, do they?
That's right. It's looking like it's Teresa's, to be honest. So I think we just jump in and get your 3 gavel strikes out of the way. It's going to go for a fraction of the price, so we're at a quarter of the actual price of that tree. So let's just give it. Let's go. So this is Teresa's at this point.
So let's have one more look at this Magnolia.
Any suppressed bids?
A $700 Magnolia.
$700.
A $700 Magnolia looks like it's going to go for under $300. So
that's right.
I would get my bids in now. It's
got a beautiful big butt on it there.
Yeah,
wow,
get in there. I'd get in there. I'd get my bids in there because this is going to go off real cheap.
And that'll add thousands to your property. Even if you're in a rental, you are going to absolutely love this. Pop it in a pot. $269.10 currently top bid.
So let's go for it. So
it's looking like it's Teresa's, all right.
$269.10 going once.
$500 off the retail, $269.10. Can pop a 10-cent bid down. Teresa's in at going twice for Teresa.
$269.10 going twice.
Looks like she's going to have it. All right, let's go. One more refresh. Last chance, $700. Teddy Bear Magnolia is going to go out the door for $269.10.
Wow.
Yep, it's Teresa's.
$269.10. Good on you, Teresa.
That's probably the best bargain on the auction.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Fantastic value for that huge Teddy Bear Magnolia. You're literally adding $1,000 to your front garden with the look of that. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So there we are. Let's finish off the rest
of the live sale items.
Our too many plants. So we've got too many plants, and we're doing it cheap. Baby's tears. Which is my one? Oh,
what we're doing with the too many plants live sale event, and congratulations to Teresa, by the way. What we're doing is we're showing off our hottest 100 items at the best prices, and they are limited in quantity, but some really exotic plants in here at really fantastic prices. Check them out. Right now we're just going to go through the last 10 or so here. And thanks again for joining us. Okay, so what we've got is a spreading grevillea. This was $299. And this is a beautiful, rare, most nursery you go down there, you won't even find one of these. And look at these gorgeous flowers. Look at those gorgeous flowers there. Look at that. They're beautiful exotic flowers. Lovely sort of silver grey foliage. This is a gorgeous grevillea, and you can get one of these for $100. It reduced. They were $299. They've gone down to $199. So $199 gets you a beautiful spreading grevillea with lovely silver grey foliage, beautiful sort of rusty red flowers, absolutely gorgeous, and $199. That's a rare, beautiful. That could be the centerpiece in your garden. All right, welcome to our Too Many Plants live sale event. If you've just joined us, now here we've got a bay tree. This bay tree. Let's have a look at this bay tree here. This bay tree here. I'm 1.8 meters tall. It's up to my chin. It's about 1.6 meters tall. So a 1.6 meter bay tree is just 39. Laura's bay tree is $29.99. So $29.99 gets you a nice big bay. Now here we've got the fairy magnolia. The fairy magnolia, gorgeous hedge, gorgeous specimen, loves a bit of a trim.
and you've got a beautiful green evergreen plant that's covered in fragrant white blossoms in the springtime. So for fragrant white blossoms, beautiful evergreen plant, and these are just the Fairy White Magnolia is just $19.99. So $19.99 for a rare, beautiful, white flowering, fragrant magnolia, $19.99. Now, you've probably been wondering whether you're ever going to see the pearly gates. Well, right now you're looking at the pearly gates. So here's the pearly gates. And what this is an osmanthus. Look at those flowers there. This osmanthus in another couple of weeks is going to burst into the most gorgeous white fragrant flowers. You're going to love it. So pearly gates osmanthus, and these are just really, really cheap. They're $24.99. So $24.99 for the pearly gates osmanthus. So pearly, that's a beautiful big, actually give them a close look at that label there. This is a gorgeous, so you're looking directly there at the pearly gates. And you may have thought you'd never see the pearly gates, but yeah, and you can have the pearly gates for just $24.99. The flowers are gorgeous, the fragrance is fabulous. So a beautiful flowering, fragrant, fabulous plant. Just $24.99. Is it $24.99? Yeah, that's it.
$24.99,
yeah. Okay.
reduced from $39.99. Tutu Mini Plants Lifestyle Events.
Now your red robin, I'm 1.8 meters tall. Look at these red robins here. So red robin, around 1.8 meters tall. That's what you want. If you want to cover up, get rid of the neighbours, here's a tough evergreen hedge. Really tough evergreen hedge, red robin, $24.99 in a 12-inch. Oh no, 12-inch pot, not $24.99. $69.99. So $69.99 in a 12-inch pot. Your red robin Photinia, and Photinias are really, really tough. And in springtime they start growing, and they're really, really red. And then you've got 8-inch pot ones for just $26.99. So $26.99 gets you an 8-inch pot. These 8-inch pots are a good size. That's a good metre tall. So a metre tall red robin is just $24.99. So block off the neighbours, get yourself a nice big evergreen, and just $24.99 and $69.99 at 1.8 metres in a 12-inch pot.
All right, Tutu Mini Plants Lifestyle Event shop, link in the comment section. Shop now. Any of these items, they're all for sale.
Now, if you need some instant screening, here it is. This is your silver sheen potassium in a 16-inch pot. They've been reduced to $169.99. So $169 in a 16-inch pot. So $169 in a 16-inch pot. Look how bushy that is. I'll stand behind it. You can't even see me. So you can, if you've got an ugly neighbour, see how this, you can just block them right out for $169.99. Say your neighbour runs around in a pink tutu and looks ridiculous, you can screen him off for $169.99. Silver
run
sheen
around
potassium.
nude in your backyard.
Yeah, that's right. You can run around nude in your own backyard.
That's a great screening product right there.
Yeah. Now here we've got your Lombardy poplar. Lombardy poplar. Now, do you know, if you put these in, get the grass and weeds away from the bottom, a little bit of fertiliser, lots of water in the summer, do you know you can have these up 6 or 7 metres in just 2 or 3 years, have fabulous golden autumn colour, give your place that classic Aussie look with Lombardy poplars. Lombardy poplars really give you that beautiful classic country look, you know, lovely avenue. Put these up your driveway. And what's great about these is the price. $11.99, and they're about 1.6 metres tall out of the pot. So a really good start on your country property with Lombardy poplars, $11.99 at 1.6 metres tall.
Yep, get them while they're hot, get them while they're neat. Tutu Mini Plants Lifestyle Events.
So here we've got the cherry laurel in a 10-inch pot, and these are hard to get down. If you're in sort of real frosty country and you want a beautiful, classy looking green evergreen hedge, your cherry laurel is the go. And here we've got beautiful ones reduced from $99.99 in a 10-inch pot to $49.99. So $49.99, and these will grow like crazy and give you a beautiful, glossy evergreen look. Really, really tough. Cherry laurel, a beautiful fast growing hedge. Plant them about 1.2 metres apart. They grow like crazy. So your cherry laurel just $49.99.
$59.99 at the moment. Okay, but it is reduced.
$59.99. So $59.99 for your cherry laurel.
Yeah, it is reduced from $89.99, so $30 each off each plant. Sorry.
Now, if you want to get bare rooted this year, now's
Come
the
to
time
Hello
to
Hello.
do it. Now's the time to get bare rooted. And what we've got here is the Cleveland ornamental pear, around about 1.8 metres tall, bare rooted. Great value. Your Cleveland pear is your beautiful sort of teardrop pear, fabulous white blossom in spring, beautiful red autumn colour, lovely green, lush foliage in the summer, upright form, but not upright, but not really narrow. So a beautiful teardrop shape. Looks like if you plant a row of them, it looks like you've hired a gardener who's trimmed them all, but they naturally grow in a beautiful even shape. And these are just $49.99 at 1.8 metres tall. And what's interesting about that is if you buy a potted one in summer, it'll be $129.99 for this height. But right now, your Cleveland pear is just $49.99 at 1.8 metres.
Yep, welcome to the Tutu Many Plants live sale event.
Now here you've got your viburnum dense fence. Now viburnum dense fence, grow it in the shade, grow it under your gum trees, grow it in some tough, difficult spot. Viburnum dense fence, just $49.99. So $49.99 for viburnum dense fence. Beautiful dense foliage. Happy to be kept as little as a metre tall, 1.5, even up to 1.8, even 2 metres. No, but not really for a 3 or 4 metre hedge, but for sort of anything between 1 and 2 metres. Fabulous dense hedge, great for growing under gum trees, up against a shady fence. It'll tolerate the shade, tolerate the hot sun, and do well where it's got tree competition, where something like your ficus or your lily pilly is not going to do so well with tree competition. And viburnum dense fence in a 10-inch pot is just $49.99. That's great value, $49.99 for viburnum tennis in a viburnum dense fence.
All right, and that nearly concludes our live sale event. It's the last item here. Check these out. Really nice, really bushy. Yes. Perfect for a screen as well, this one.
So if you want something big, bushy and cheap, here it is. Your weeping lily pilly. Look at that. These are just $12.99. So $12.99 for big, bushy, weeping lily pillies. Just $12.99. That's a great start on a hedge. Now, weeping lily pillies, a lot of lily pillies are being ravaged by beetles and things like that. The weeping lily pilly doesn't get ravaged by the beetles. It's lush, it's green, it's very, very, once you get these established, like they won't do it this year, but once these are established, they can grow 1.5 metres a year. They're evergreen, they're bushy, they're fast, they have that lovely sort of weepy finish on them. And these are just $12.99.
Yeah.
Now tell people how they can buy this stuff. Like,
you can either come into our store. We're open all long weekend. Sorry, not long weekend. We're open over the weekend. We're open every day, 7 days a week. We're located at 1477 Sydney Road, Campfield, Victoria. It's going to be beautiful weather down here in Victoria this weekend. Actually, I don't know that. It's looking good at the moment, though. Being Melbourne, it could be forced.
No, it's going to be. This weekend is going to be fabulous.
It looks like it's set up for a fabulous weekend weather-wise.
Sunday is going to be one of the hottest June days I've ever seen. It's going to be 17 degrees.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so 17
That is pretty
degrees.
warm, actually, for June, all jokes
Yeah,
aside.
the snakes will be coming back out, yeah.
Snakes will be coming out of the rocks to head to Hello Hello. No, just kidding. Anyway, you can come in store or you can shop online, hellohelloplants.com.au. And if you click on the live tab at the top, it's the yellow tab anyway. Yeah, we'll pop it up there. If you click on that, the yellow tab, it says live. We'll have to update that name. Kind of doesn't make sense, but the yellow button will take you to this current sale that we have that Chris has just shown off. You can see, congratulations to Teresa, by the way. I can't believe that. Look at that, Chris. $699 Teddy Bear Magnolia for $269. What is that? That's $430 off.
Yeah, good on her.
Good on you, Teresa. Yeah, well, that's what it's for. It's a bit of fun.
Good on Teresa for getting in and having a go. The Aussie way. Get in and have a go.
That's right. So all of these items Chris has covered, you can purchase them.
The freebies now.
Purchase them on this page. And we have freebies at different spend tiers when you shop in store or even online.
I'm going to run people through the freebies.
Run through the freebies, yep. That's how you purchase these products. Or you get on the plugger, 03 9359 3331. Get on the phone and call our friendly sales staff They'll help you with your purchases. Limited quantities do apply on the prices, so if there's something you really like, you should snap it up right now.
Yeah. So first of all, anybody comes in this weekend, we've got a nice range of cottage, we'll move that back a little bit for now. We've got a nice range of cottage plants and gardenias. So you come in, you get a $15 cottage plant, a lavender or a gardenia, absolutely free.
Jeez,
and that, you could
good.
come in and just buy, say you came in and you bought a $2 strawberry plant, you
Yeah.
can get a $15 plant for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come in and exploit the situation this weekend and grab yourself a nice freebie. Now the next thing is just say you come in and you part with $100. We're going to give you for this is a $29.99 white flowering crepe myrtle, and that is the classiest, most sought after of all the crepe myrtles. It's 3 foot tall and it's $30, but we're going to give it to you for free when you spend $100. A $30 plant for free. Or say you come in, say you didn't want one of those. This is a peace baby, a beautiful white flowering.
Peace baby, yep.
I'm lost for words there. A beautiful white flowering dwarf. Tipicina, that's it, yeah, Tipicina. And this has beautiful big white flowers right at this time of year, covered in buds. It's ready to burst into flower. And then say you were to spend, how do you get this one here?
Is that the umbrella plant?
Yeah, the umbrella
I think
plant.
it's spending over, I've lost my list now. I think it was 200. I can never remember.
Yeah.
250. No, wait. Where is it? Oh, it's spend over 500 actually. That's quite a big one. It's a 12-inch.
Yeah.
Spend over 500 and you get the umbrella plant.
So you spend over
an inch.
Yeah, spend over $500. You've got this amazing 6-foot umbrella tree. You could make your lounge room come to life, or your al fresco area come to life. Or at $500, you could get yourself the weeping cherry.
Yeah, get that beautiful weeping cherry
Or
when you
would
spend over $500.
Would you get a Senkaki maple?
White or pink, yeah. Or you can get an Acer
A
Senkaki.
6-foot weeping cherry, the centerpiece for the front lawn.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you're a more sophisticated gardener, you'd go for the Senkaki maple. This is $150 Senkaki maple.
How does that look on the camera? Because that looks beautiful in real life. It's got a coral red colour.
A beautiful coral bark, a beautiful coral bark Senkaki maple when you spend Now just say you spend $1,000, let's show them the cherry.
Yeah, the $1,000. So when you spend over $1,000, you get a $400 weeping cherry.
Yeah, and here
Which
it
is
is. Here,
absolutely
look at this
berserk.
weeping
Look at the
cherry
size of
here,
that.
an enormous advanced weep. Let's show them this weeping cherry without lift. Yeah, so there you are. They've got this amazing weeping cherry. It's got a beautiful thick trunk. Most nurseries don't even sell. We're giving one of these away, so you could come in this weekend. You could buy a whole garden lot. You maybe even get one of our gardeners on. Get a gardener's on. Buy a whole garden lot. Spend $1,000, get a free delivery and a $400 weeping cherry. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, and look, in addition to that, I know that this is pretty salesy talk here, but there's some incredible offers going on with the end of financial year. You've got half price off your indoor plants.
Half price off the indoor plants.
Yeah, you got half price. This is in store only, by the way. Half price pots.
That's right. There's truckloads of pots out there, all slashed in half. It's the end of the financial year.
And you've even got, I don't know if there's any left, but you had cracked pots for $9.99. They almost all gone. Like $10, and you got all sorts of beautiful pots. Just needs a little brush up.
Anything with a little bit of damage in the pot range, $10. All the rest of them are half price.
Yep. So if you want indoor plants, you want pots, and then you got potting mix for $9.99, which is insane.
Yeah.
It's the Cybertruck of potting mix.
Yeah, that's right. So and know that you just bring your car in the front here, rather than have to push a trolley through the nursery. Bring your car in the front, toot your horn, and we'll fill up the boot with potting mix at $9.99 for a 30-litre bag.
That's right. Yeah.
Bring the kids in. The kids can buy a professional quality strawberry plant for 99 cents.
That's right. And there's more if you're under 12 years old. That's right. 99-cent strawberry plant for your under 12s. Come on in, bring your hard-earned dollar. Chuck it over the counter and get yourself a strawberry.
Yeah.
Tesh says half price indoor plants. You say, see you soon.
Yeah, that's right.
It's pretty
That's
crazy.
right.
You want to be
There's
quick though.
a mountain of indoor plants. We're clearing out the indoor plant section. The whole section's going, and all half price.
Yeah, act on it quick because they get ravaged eventually, and there's only a few things left. But there's quite a lot of good stuff in there at the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back on Monday, Standard Eastern. What is it? Standard Eastern time.
Yeah.
For our live Q&A with Chris, gardening questions related. 12 p.m. Monday. Come and join us then. Other than that, come and see us in store.
Yeah, come and see us this weekend.
See y'all.